5 seconds, and then say, hello, everybody. My name is Ellen Lee, and I'm the executive director of the Nickel Independent Film Festival. Welcome to the 20th annual Nickel Independent Film Festival. We have, we're nearing the end now. We have we're in the last 3 days. It ends on Friday, July 31st, and you can visit nickelfestival.com to watch all these kinds of movies for free this year. So we're excited about offering it up to you digitally and to be able to reach people across the province and across Canada and around the world. And so, yeah, hello to everybody. So right now, today, we have the results of the 5-minute doc challenge are published and are available to stream right now on that site. And there are 11 short films from creators in I think everybody is in Newfoundland that participated. But it was open to anybody to make a 5-minute documentary in a month. So from June something to July something, July 26th, June 26th to July 26th. And yeah, 11 films came in, and I'm always really astounded at the quality and the variety and emotional roller coaster that happens whenever I watch all of the movies, because there's so much heart that goes into these things. And yeah, I'm excited to share them with you. So visit nickelfestival.com to watch all those 11 films. And right now I have 2 filmmakers on the line who have created short docs for as part of this. And I'd like to introduce oh wait, I don't have your names in front of me. Ashley McDonald, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And can you say your name again, Shalan?
Shalan.
And what's your full name?
Abdurrahman Shalan.
Abdurrahman Shalan. Nice to meet you both, or see you. Nice to see you again, Ashley. But nice to see you online. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good, thank you.
So let's go with you, Shalan, first. It's your doc called Determination. Tell me about that. What is your doc about?
So our short documentary was about Hadi, who's an MMA fighter and Muay Thai. He came into Canada 3 years ago. He started competing in Canadian nationals in different provinces across Canada. He won 5 medals in these 2 years. He won the belt for the competitions. Yeah, he had a back injury before he started, and he wasn't able to, the doctor told him he wouldn't be able to continue playing and fighting. But luckily he is here now, and he is competing in big competitions.
And winning all kinds of trophies. That was one moment where I was just like, there's all these trophies already. Just imagine it's gonna continue.
Yeah, him and his coach were supposed to go to a competition this month, I think, but it got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe next year he will make it to the world competition.
How did you meet him? How did you find him?
So we had common friends here in St. John's. We're from the same country. We're from Egypt. Mm-hmm. I've known him through friends. Asked him to do the documentary, and it was really nice. It was really good working with him and the coaches as well, James and Robbie.
Well, so what was kind of your favorite moments from this doc, from making this?
Going into the place they train in, because I've never been into one before. I'm not a big sports guy, but it was really nice, them sparring or playing and watching them train. It was really nice taking videos of them for the B-rolls and stuff.
Right.
was a nice moment. Also, when Hadi was talking about his story, I couldn't fit it all in the 5 minutes, but just put bits and pieces. And this is like definitely my favorite moment.
Well, it's got a little bit of everything. It's, he has had quite a journey, and he came into MMA fighting because he was in, like, people insulted him. Isn't that
Oh yeah, his first thing when he was in middle school and high school back back home, he was like overweight. He wasn't training. He was like bullied, as he said in the documentary. So he started like training, started going to the gym. That's what made him start at the beginning. And yeah, now he's getting medals.
So tell me about yourself. Like, what you did this basically for 24 hours, you said. How are you able to do that?
So I'm busy with work and school, but I really wanted to participate in this. We went to the first gym with his coach, Guru James. We shot the first part of the documentary where he was sparring with his coach, or training with his coach, I mean, and like the talking part.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other part, we did it in another place in Mount Pearl and just edited in 2 hours. And yeah, submitted it. I think I submitted it the day before the deadline.
Yeah,
I was too late,
it was
but
even early. So obviously you know your way around a camera. Like, how did you get into making videos?
I started like taking photos when I was really young, maybe like 10 or 11 years old. My dad and like my parents bought me cameras. After that, I just loved taking cameras, making videos. Last year, I just started doing it professionally, made 2 short films under 48 and 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
from writing to editing alone. So that's how I started, like just online searching and learning from life.
It's how everybody learns anything kind of technical right these days. It's just like YouTube, man.
Everything is online. Yeah.
Well,
I have to give credits to my sister, because when I was young, like she actually studied media and photography and all these stuff in college. So she definitely helped me when I was younger.
And what do you like about filmmaking?
Everything except editing. I love that I can share a story to someone, and they can visualize it, they can see it. I can share something with them in less than 5 minutes, less than 3 minutes, and give them an idea about what I wanted them to see. That's the best thing about filmmaking, sharing your ideas.
Well, thank you for submitting this film. I see a bright future for you in filmmaking, for sure. I recommend everybody take a look at it.
Thank you so much.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to add, or?
No, that's really good. Thank you.
Okay. And moving on to Ashley. Hey, Ashley, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Excellent. So your film, September 7th, 2012. Tell me about that.
So September 7th, 2012, as I say in the movie, is it's the day that I was raped. And so when I saw the nickel advertisement, I was like, documentaries are cool. I'd like to make one of those. I wonder what I could do it about. And then I was like, I wonder what other people were doing the day I was raped. And then I went and asked them. And so it's about me talking to other people about that day and finding out what their lives looked like.
Incredible. It's an incredible short doc, and I really thank you very much for sharing this with everybody, and for turning it into something like that. How did it all happen? Like, what did you do?
I really literally it popped in my head that quick, and so I sent someone a message who makes documentaries, and I said, "Is this an idea, or is that like not, or am I just being dumb?" And she was like, "No, that's an idea." And she sent me the names of a couple of films that kind of did a similar concept of what many people were doing on one day. So I went and watched those couple of movies, and I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe this is an idea. Let's see what I can do with it." So then I just started posting on Facebook and asking people, like, "Do you remember where you were on September 7th, 2012? Do you remember what your day looked like? If you do, I'd really like to talk to you about it, and include you in this film if you're comfortable with it." And people started messaging me and telling me little snippets of their day. And I actually couldn't include everybody that I was contacted by because I didn't have enough time. And yeah, which I'm really sad about because there were some good stories. And in my rookie mistakes, I lost one, and those kinds of things happened. But yeah, so it literally just kind of happened. I'm not really sure how still.
I can see it being a bigger piece. I could see you doing this as a series or something. Like I really think that it's I don't know. It's a very powerful idea, and it comes from you, and it's very honest, and it unlocks it seems to unlock all of these like cool stories in people. Like you found so many cool stories that happened on that day.
And there's more. There's so many more. Like I'm very sad that I wasn't able to include. There was one woman who talked about the birth of her child, and I really want to get that one. I would honestly just like to redo the edits to include that if I could get her again. And there's someone else who had a story about a wedding, but I didn't hear about that till kind of late, so I didn't have time to put it in. And so yeah, there was a lot of really beautiful moments that people and funny moments that people were willing to share with me, and I feel really really grateful that they trusted me with their stories, because I know that it takes a lot to literally give your story to someone and say do what you want with it. Which is what they all did, and that's a lot of trust to put in another person. So I'm really, really grateful for that.
Well, I mean, the way I see it, like I think, and probably all the subjects that you talk to, like the trust is a two-way street, and like if you're leading with something that your story, then it just gives people access to this openness and like honesty, and I think that it really comes through in the movie.
Yeah, and I was very open with everybody about why I was doing it and what that meant for me. So I didn't want people to share with me without me giving in return. I don't think that that's fair. And yeah, so they were in the know before they responded. It was, I told them why I was approaching it this way and what it meant to me and what I hoped to achieve from it. And I thanked everybody for taking part in helping me, because and I think that a lot of people felt that way, that they were actually doing something positive for another person. Like they were supporting me in my healing and in my journey.
Well, it's a remarkable piece. Thank you again. Like I just can't. Like I think it's so awesome.
I really wish I had spent time learning how to film anything in my life before this.
Well, go big or go home, right?
Kind of how I approach things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, like I think this is an idea that you could come revisit, and because it seems like something that it's not going to go away for you. So it's something that you can definitely use for making other movies for sure.
Maybe. You never know.
I'm going to recommend. I'm going to be after you to do it, because I think it's great.
Thank you so much.
So do you have anything else you'd like to add, or?
I think honestly, just like for me, I think I was really intimidated by the idea of doing a movie before, and it's something I've always thought was a very interesting concept. Like I wonder what it would be like to make a documentary. I've thought about it for most of my life, and I would never have tried it before. Again, one of the results of my September 7th, 2012 is there's a bit of fearlessness that has come along with that. And I think that yeah, this is one of the results. It's just like that, like, whatever, let's just do it and see what happens. If it sucks, like, who cares, right? It's no one's judging me on it. It's not like I'm trying to sell it. So yeah, I just think that people should let themselves try it, and I think it's a really interesting process. So even if they don't like the final result, I think they would enjoy the process of gathering a story and talking to new people, whatever that story is and whatever that's about.
Excellent. That's great. Well, I mean, on that note, thank you to all the filmmakers that submitted, and here's to creative courage for sure. So the films that came in, I'll just list them quickly. They are Determination, September 7th, 2012. Swim, which is a silent doc about a little duckling that sets out on a big adventure. If These Walls Could Talk, which is an interesting story about that started out as something looking at the history of family barn in Irishtown, but then it grew into the story of 5 generations of women, and which is really interesting. Street Kid, which is a doc about Trey Walsh. Puss Pocket, which is the kind of documentary about the little weird pocket on a cat's ear. Focus Magic, The Art of Kitsora, a very well-known person in the cosplay scene in St. John's. The Dauntless Dolls, doc about two drag queens who and their story. The Untold Truth of Madame Internet, which is a mockumentary about finding mysterious Muse columnists from years ago. Stuffymentary, which is a documentary about stuffed animals, and Capelin Killer or Cure, which is a mockumentary about COVID-19 and Capelin. So those are the two. Yeah, those are definitely two things that needed to come together for sure. Anyway, so you can watch those at nickelfestival.com until midnight tonight, and yeah, it's free to watch. And thanks again to Shellen and Ashley for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I'm
Thank
really
you.
excited to watch the other documentaries too.
Yes, I can't wait to get home tonight from work and watch them all.
Yes, same here.
Well, enjoy your day. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And see you.